Howdy folks, welcome to another Tumblr user video. Today is going to be shower thoughts from Tumblr. It's going to be a really good one. I know you all will enjoy it. If you do enjoy it, please feel free to drop a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I would really appreciate that. And without further ado, please sit back, relax, and enjoy the video.
Your bed is a wireless charger that takes about 7 to 10 hours to fully charge a specific type of human. It's socially acceptable for a vegan to trick you into eating a meatless burger, but if you trick a vegan into eating a bacon cheeseburger, it'd be wrong. People born the same moment but in different parts of the world don't have the same birthday date. Statistically, there's someone out there who has never misinserted a USB cable and they just don't understand what all the fuss is about. If websites listed their password requirements on their login screen, people would probably be better at remembering them. Tom and Jerry fricked up that guy's house. The ease with which you can pull people out of their cars in the Grand Theft Auto games shows that no one has their seatbelt on. Immortality sounds great until you want to die. For as long as that song was, you'd think the Ghostbusters would have mentioned their phone number at least once. You know we're fricked up as a species when a bad year for humans is a good year for the planet. People don't come in all shapes and sizes. We are all mostly the same shape and a couple different sizes. Dinosaurs. Dinosaurs came in all shapes and sizes. Calendars are one of the few non-food items that can expire. Seeing a stranger's mouth nowadays feels like you're looking at their butthole.
No?
Romance movies are relationship pornography and give people unrealistic views about love. Our lives are amazingly luxurious compared to the lives of our ancestors, but it's even more amazing that we end up more miserable than ever. Everyone says they hate drama, but the proof that humans actually love drama is that we create drama in movies, television, books, games, etc. We love drama so much that we'll even tune in to watch fake dramas that others made up in their own heads. There are people using Google to study for Google job interviews. It'd be pretty messed up if the cure for cancer was in those end slices of bread. Clapping is giving yourself a high five for someone else's hard work. Pregnant women are kinda surprises for cannibals. One of the reasons sad songs are so attractive when we are feeling down is because happy songs feel like blatant mockery. Fires start incredibly easily until you try to start one intentionally. Every cell in your body knows how to replicate DNA, but you don't. As you get older, you start to realize that far fewer people have seen the movies you thought everyone has seen. The volume level of one's opinion is often inversely proportional to their knowledge on the matter. It is not a real Sunday unless you waste all of it and regret it afterwards. People will eat a whole pan of breadsticks but won't eat the crust off a pizza. The ancient Greek myth of Prometheus, the creator of man and founder of science, involved his liver being eaten by an eagle and then regrowing itself back by the next day. Thousands of years later, medical science learned that the liver is the only human organ that can actually regrow itself.
Baby, you smart. You very smart. Matter of fact, you a genius.
Teenagers smoke cigarettes to act like adults, but adults smoke because they started as teenagers. You never notice how perfectly sized your tongue is until it gets swollen after you bite it. It gets a tiny bit bigger, and suddenly your teeth turn into a guillotine. If the whole world had a rock paper scissors tournament, the winner would only have to play 33 rounds. The more you understand a conversation between two strangers, the less likely they know each other well. Those scammy accounts that add you as friends are more likely to succeed if they did not use a hot chick display pic. We live in a society where a scientist make very less money than a rapper who can rhyme Gucci with A paper has 6 sides, but only 2 of them are usable. Halloween is the only day in the year when you can blatantly trespass on someone's property and make a non-negotiable demand. The reason so many adults lose optimism in the world is that you get older and realize Superman isn't real. Then you get a little older and realize Lex Luthor is real. If you visit the floor of the hospital where you were born, you've effectively balanced the number of meters you've traveled up and down. Humans created the social norm that men have shorter hair than women. It's not part of our DNA. The zoo is the only place where all the prisoners are innocent. Of all the games played by kids at school, the telephone game contains the most important lessons. It shows how easily facts can be distorted before they reach you. Companies instantly take our money once we buy something, but we have to wait 5 to 7 business days to get our money back. A centaur has a head, abdomen, thorax and 6 limbs, which is primarily the requirements to classify centaurs as an insect. Whenever we give animals the thumbs up, they probably think we are showing off what makes us able to be so much more advanced than they'll ever be. You can never skip breakfast. No matter when you eat, you're always breaking your fast. Your endurance for listening to the same song again and again is much greater than for watching the same movie or show. The most attractive people aren't those we see on the internet, but instead are those who we only see for a glance as they pass us by on the street. You have probably seen more of the moon's surface than you have Earth's. The reason vampires cannot see their reflection in mirrors is because historically mirrors are made of silver, which cannot reflect evil things. Modern mirrors, however, are usually not coated in silver due to the manufacturing cost, meaning unless the mirror is old, a vampire would show up in it. When someone leaves a comment that they don't care, they still care more than someone who didn't comment at all. Being conspicuously well behaved and cheerful while a sibling is being scolded is the most passive aggressive way kids piss each other off. It's so satisfying when you make an obscure film TV reference and someone else gets it. Calling someone sweet is totally normal, but calling someone savory is weird. When an actor dies, most of us remember them for who they weren't. The public health impact of people going to Halloween parties is much scarier than Halloween itself. If you're famous enough, then you can go out as yourself on Halloween. To Ants, your house is a legendary land where giants live and the delicious food is abundant, but it also holds a curse and many ants will die. As an adult, the real trick-or-treating is done on November 1st, where all the candy is deeply discounted. Almost all our money goes into buying dopamine in some way or another. You can probably drag a dead body through a middle of your neighborhood tonight, and no one would think twice about it. Being told to relax is the opposite of relaxing. Having subtitles that aren't in sync is worse than not having any in the first place. Once face coverings are no longer mandatory, people are going to feel like they are forgetting something a lot more often. No matter how ugly you think you are, at least one stranger will look at you and imagine his life with you as a lover. You've probably listened to your favorite song more times than the person who wrote it has. Cannabis is kind of like Batman, always helping and saving people but constantly hunted by the police. When you have Alzheimer's, it's like being famous, because everybody knows you but you know nobody. Face coverings are the great equalizer, as ugly people get a boost and hot people get a handicap. So many species would never experience belly rubs if humans never existed. Most young people are treated as if they were children, while they are expected to behave as adults. Your shadow is proof that light traveled nearly 93 million miles unobstructed only to be blocked by you. The possibility of every atom in a living organism coming together to form a different organism after it dies are low but not zero, meaning reincarnation is possible. If you take someone else's virginity when losing your own, your net loss of virginity is 0. There's no rule against dressing up as Santa Claus for Halloween. As soon as you press skip on a shuffled playlist, your music standards become 100% stricter on what is enjoyable to listen to. Ants could have figured out interdimensional travel and we would have no way of knowing. Unicorns are more believable than giraffes since a horse with a horn is more realistic than a leopard moose camel hybrid with a 6-foot neck. Police are in business when there are criminals. Firemen get paid to see your house on fire, but robbers, they hope you are doing well and rich. You can tell a lot about a person based on how they park, how they treat wait staff, and where they leave their shopping carts. Shaggy named Scooby after the snacks and not the other way around. Leaving dog poo on grass is more environmentally friendly than putting it in plastic bag and throwing it in the bin. Sleeping in the comfiest bed can't even compare to cuddling and sleeping next to someone you love. At least 2 of your ancestors survived the Black Death, guaranteed. Wood is a much rarer substance in the universe than diamonds. Children are the most likely to collect keychains and the least likely to own keys. Popcorn ceilings are probably just as unique as snowflakes. In fiction, AI is often portrayed as unemotional, but emotions are nature's way of getting us to carry out complex subroutines. General purpose AI might be super emotional. The next generation of people won't recognize Venom as a Spider-Man villain. When you catch people having Shreks in a weird place, it's trashy. When they tell you, it's considered funny.
Thank you all so much for watching Shower Thoughts all the way through. I really appreciate that. I hope that you enjoyed this Tumblr user video. If you did, please feel free to drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Again, I would really appreciate that. The next Tumblr user video we have coming out is, I believe, One Time I Dreamt. That will be on Thursday, so you have that to look forward to. And then, of course, you have Top Tumblr Post 45 coming later today, so you also have that to look forward to. I don't think I have any other news for you, so I will see you all in a couple of hours with Top Tumblr Post 45. Until then, have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, night, whatever time of day it is for you, and I will see you all in a couple hours. Peace out.